Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego, and it's 4 p.m. Central Time, 8 minutes past 4 p.m. Central Time here in the Panhandle of Florida. It's Thursday. It's 77 degrees outside. It's hot. There's no clouds, and I got all these studio lights pointing at Karina so you can see her. But this is a surprise live stream for Thursday because I promised you guys I would do a surprise live stream yesterday. So here we are. But tomorrow is Friday. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to just hang out with Karina. Ross Lee, hello family, Ross family. What's going on, Ross Lee? How's Melissa? How's your family doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome to a Happy Thursday live stream. This is your K1 Visa channel. It's all yours. This channel belongs to you. Okay? Doesn't belong to us. It's your channel. I already know how to do a K1 Visa. Karina's right here. She's sitting next to me, my beautiful wife from Venezuela. We went through the K1 visa process. 22 months it took. Okay? So we learned patience. And Ross Lee says, everyone is doing well. Well, that's good to hear. We want to make sure everyone's doing good. Don't be stressing this green card process. Don't be stressing this K1 visa process. And stay patient during the process. You got to stay patient. As I told you before, I sent off the adjustment of status for Melissa. Yeah, I remember. So you're like us, waiting and waiting and waiting. Karina, she's waiting for her green card, and Ross Lee is waiting for Melissa's green card. And you'll get it soon, okay? They're processing green cards pretty quick. 4 months, 5 months, that's quick in immigration time. It's like you're watching a football game on TV, and the football game's got 10 minutes left, right? But actually, it's got 40 minutes left because you got 10 minutes of football and then the other 30 minutes of whatever happens after. It's like an immigration. It's like a football game. Ross Lee, I did not include the I-485. Ross, that's how you adjust the status. That's the number one piece of paperwork you got to have. The I-485 is the adjustment of status paperwork. Right here. This is it. This is it. This is the adjustment of status paperwork. It's 20 pages. Did you fill it out? Did you fill it out? Have you completed it? Yeah, you're going to get an RFE. Immigration's going to ask you, where's your 485? I meant the form to get the notification. That's G1145. That's not 485. The form to get the notification by text message is G1145. If you forgot to include it in your green card package, don't worry about it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But if you forgot your 485, you're in trouble. Well, you're not in trouble. You're not in trouble, but you're just going to get an RFE. But you didn't forget it, right? You're high IQ. Everybody watching this channel is high IQ. They're very intelligent. Let's see. Hedrex, Soldiero, Christ Fire, best channel on YouTube. Well, thank you, Hedrex. As long as you guys are learning from this channel is a learning experience, okay? It's a place to get educated. I'm not an immigration attorney. You know that. I don't give you any legal advice. You all know that. I don't work for the U.S. government or USCIS or the State Department. You all know that. But I got 9 years experience doing this, okay? So I could write the book on K1 visas. Maybe I should write a book on how to process K1 visas and green cards. But then, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run the channel for you guys. Let me see. Jay Baxter, hey Diego and Karina, I woke up early today and surprise live stream. So far, it's a good day. Jay Baxter, good. It's a surprise live stream. Okay, boom. It's a Happy Thursday live stream. Ross Lee, no, I sent the 485. Well, I figured you did. There's no way you didn't include that form. But just because you forgot the G1145, okay, that's no big deal. Jonathan Bolton, spousal visa interviews were going to take too long in Liberia, so we officially moved our case to Sierra Leone. Oh, very good. Don't forget to move your beneficiary. Don't forget to move your wife to Sierra Leone too. Okay, you moved the visa process there. You got to move her there too. But you got this. You're going to get reunited soon. Ross Lee, today they cashed a check. Okay, so you know they got the green card paperwork, but I have no other form to get my information on the process. Well, if they cashed your check, now you just got to wait for the letter for the biometrics. They're going to send you a letter. Hey, your biometrics is on this day, at this time, at this location. Okay? And in that biometrics letter, there's going to be a receipt number. It's probably going to say IOE something and the number. That's the number you can use on your case, on your online case status, where you can check your case status. It's going to be on your biometrics letter. Okay? So all you got to do now is just hang out and wait for the biometrics letter, and you'll have your case number too, your receipt number. Ross Lee, today they cashed a check. So you're good. Jonathan Bolton, appreciate all you guys do. Hey, Jonathan, I was in Villa de Leyva, Colombia with beautiful Karina, my beautiful wife from Venezuela. Karina lived in Colombia for almost 6 years. I lived in Colombia for 2.5 years. So I didn't live there permanently. I was just back and forth. But the time added up to 2.5 years. And I was in Villa de Leyva, and Karina said, hey, why don't you do something, make a YouTube channel for immigration? You already have a cooking channel, and you have a channel about Colombia. So I said, okay. So I deleted the cooking videos. I left the Colombian videos, and then I created the immigration videos for you guys. So you can do this for free. So you don't have to pay anybody to do a green card application. It's not hard to do. A K-1 visa is not hard to do. There was a gentleman on here today said he wanted to apply for his K-1 visa for his fiancée. He's only known her for 3 months. 3 months. Did he get engaged? I mean, 3 months? Come on, guys. That's not enough time for a K-1. You got to at least date for a year. Ajayel. Hey, guys, I finally caught one of your live streams. Thank you for all the information you provide. Hey, no problem. We do it for you. We do it for you. It's Thursday afternoon. Karina was busy doing stuff, and then I said, let's do a live stream. So she stopped what she was doing, and then she sat with me, and here we are, you know. So if you got any questions, I'll chat, maybe for an hour and catch up from yesterday. And then we got new people from different countries who can watch us at a different time, because, this is a global channel. People from all around the world watching the videos. Ross Lee, Diego, seriously, I believe you should write a book, an ebook with the knowledge you have about this immigration process. You write it on time and let it do what it will get done. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, something to do. Maybe I'll do that. Dina, Ali, hi Diego and Karina. Hope you guys are doing great. What's going on, Dina? Now, Dina, if I remember, your beneficiary is from Turkey. From Iraq, beautiful Iraq, and we love our friends in Iraq. And I think he's got his visa interview. You recently relocated him to Abu Dhabi, right? Am I right? Did you get him to the United States? What's going on? Remind everybody. Remember, I don't have the greatest memory in the world. Diego, I've been waiting for 2 months. Nothing, even when I check, still refused. And some people say I'll take more than 6 months. Not yet. So sad. Okay, Dina, it won't take 6 months. Okay, whoever's telling you that, it could take maybe 2 to 3 months, 4 months. 6 months is too long. You're waiting for a 221G, right? You're at the finish line, Dina. You're almost there. Remember, your beneficiary is from Iraq. Okay, now we got the United States, the American people have got no problem with Iraqi people. Iraqi people have no problem with Americans. But sometimes the governments don't get along, okay? But you're at the finish line, Dina, and we will welcome your future husband from Iraq into the United States. It's the governments that are the problems, okay? Look who's in our White House. Look what he's doing to our country in America. But we're going to fix that in about 6 months. Dina, I'm tired of waiting. I understand. I was in the United States for a year by myself waiting for Karina. Oh, you're in Iraq right now. Very good. Go get some Iraqi food. Go eat some dates. And get lots of pictures with family and friends in Iraq. Okay? I don't want to leave him hoping to take him with me. There you go. So you're having fun. Good. I wish I could I wish I could go to Iraq. I would love to go to Iraq and check out all of the history. The history of Iraq. You know, that's where the Garden of Eden was, right? That's where it started. In Iraq, right? I want to go there. I want to go as a tourist. So let's hope in the future all the governments calm down, and then I can bring Karina to Iraq for a vacation and go eat some Iraqi food. Back in the 70s, Iraq, I could jump on a plane and go to Iraq if I wanted to without a problem. Because we all got along. The president of Iraq and the president of the United States were like good buddies. They're good friends. What the heck happened? What happened? George Bush is what happened. Okay? He was the problem. Best food, yeah. The Iraqi food is good. I want to go there. I want to bring Karina there one day for vacation. Go check out all the ancient ruins and eat some good food. I want to go there, okay? As a friend, okay? Not as a combatant. So what's going on, guys? Do you have any questions for me on K1 visas? How long is it taking? Dina, let's not talk about the politics. We won't finish if we start. You're right, Dina, you're right. You are absolutely right. Let's talk about Iraqi food. Let's talk about the climate. What's the weather like in Iraq? Are you in Baghdad? I bet it's nice and warm, right? Beautiful weather, good food, great restaurants. And Diego, you're welcome anytime. I'm going to bring Karina to Iraq one day. In the future, we'll go for a vacation. Ajali, I just received my email from the consulate in the Dominican Republic. I'm excited. Okay. Ajali gets a Mountain Dew salute from the Dominican Republic. Okay. We would not much longer for you. That's some pretty good Mountain Dew right there. It's still a little cold. It's still kind of cold, frio. It's not. Dina Ali, it says it's nice. The weather's good in Iraq. The food is good. The people are great. Everything's good. And very soon you will be reunited with your soon-to-be husband in the United States of America. And then we can chat about Iraq here. Okay? Dina Ali, my son wants you to say hi to him. His name is Yusuf. Yusuf. Joseph. Aha. Okay, Joseph. Joseph. Not only will I say hi to Joseph globally around the world. Okay, Joseph, your name is now famous in 160 countries. Joseph gets a Mountain Dew salute. Okay. A Mountain Dew salute for Joseph. He's so happy. How old is Joseph? How old is he? Ajali, what can I expect to happen now? Okay, what you're going to do now is what I would do is I would send an email to the embassy and check in with them. He's 6 years old. Joseph, 6 years old. Go ahead and email the embassy, Ajali, and check in with them and say, hey, this is my receipt number. This is my case number. This is my full name. This is my passport number. This is my full date of birth. What do I do? What's the next step? And then the embassy in the Dominican Republic will email you back and say one or two things. They'll either say, wait a minute, wait a couple of weeks, we're getting everything together for you. Or they might send you a link to your Packet 3, Packet 4 email to start the process. Then you can click on there. If you've received an email already, what did it say in the email? Did they give you some links that you can click on to pay the visa fee, schedule the visa interview, submit the DS-160? Maybe you can do that. Maybe you can do that. What does it say in the email? Or is it just, and make sure you print the NVC welcome letter, because that's the K1 FTP letter, because you may need that for the medical exam. They sent you instructions for the interview. Well, read the instructions and get to work on getting the interview set up. Did they send you any links where you can click on links where you can pay for the visa fee? It's $265 for the visa fee. Okay. There's no cost for the DS-160. The DS-160 is totally free. Okay, there's only a few forms out there that are free. That's the G1145 and the DS160. They sent you the links at Jelly. Click on the links and get moving and get started processing your K1 visa interview. You started the process on December 2022, and it's now, what is it? It's April 2024. Yeah, so you're at the finish line. Click on those links that the embassy sent you, pay the visa fee, submit the DS160, start getting all your documents together, your police certificates. Have you lived anywhere other than the Dominican Republic? Just get your police certificates together, get your birth certificate. You don't have to translate your birth certificate into English for the U.S. Embassy in the Dominican Republic. But when you get to the United States of America and you submit your birth certificate with your green card application, you're the sponsor. Okay, well, if you're the sponsor, you need to tell your beneficiary to get the birth certificate. Don't need to translate it into English, not right now. When you get to the United States, you got to translate the birth certificate into English, okay? Use the SpanishGroup.org. They get it done like that. It's not very expensive. It's like $25, okay? We use the Spanish Group, and they don't pay me to say that. I give them a free plug. I give them everything I do on here is basically as much as I can free, you know, because YouTube lets me use the platform to do this for you guys. And I thank YouTube for letting me use the platform. So you're the sponsor. You started the process December 2022. Very good. You should be wrapping this up probably the next couple of months, not much longer. Okay, and you'll be able to schedule the visa interview, pay the visa fee, get your beneficiary's medical exam done, and go to the Dominican Republic and accompany your beneficiary back to the United States. Come together. Okay, go through the U.S. citizenship line. When you land in America, you can go through the U.S. citizenship line together. Show your passports, get your Border Patrol interview over with. It's very easy, and that's it. You're done. Then you got to get the green card package started, and that is where you're at. I'm actually going to see him next month. Very good. Well, here's what I would do. I would get the visa interview scheduled. Okay. Once you know the date of the visa interview, that you have it scheduled, then plan your trip to go see him so that you can bring him back to the United States so you both can enter the United States together. And then the Border Patrol, they like to see that. You know, they like to see that the beneficiary and the sponsor are together. Whoops, slap Diego, green card approved. Yay. How long did it take? I can't read. Let me see. On 1 second. I got to wait for the stream to rise up a little bit so I can see. But whoop slap. Now I haven't seen you on the channel for quite a while. Boom, whoop slap pops out of nowhere and says, oh, I got my green card approved. 4 months. Cuatro meses. Is meses?
Meses.
Meses. 4 meses. Woo! Whoop slap. You know you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute for getting your green card approved, right? And you were stressing this whole thing for a year with us. Now you're done. Now you're going to start getting your evidence together for your 10-year green card. It's not over until you become a U.S. citizen. That's when it's over. Get your evidence together and keep saving your evidence for your 10-year green card. Because look on your green card. It's 2 years. It's good for 2 years. Look at the expiration date on your green card. Minus 90 days. So you look at the green card, you minus 90 days. That's when you have to apply for your 10-year green card. Don't mess that up. Okay? Ajali, thank you so much. Very helpful. Well, that's what we want to do. We want to make this channel user-friendly, where you can understand the process at a level where you can understand it. You know, I've got 9 years of experience doing this stuff. Okay? And maybe I'll write a book, an ebook. That sounds like a good idea. But if you got questions, I'm going to answer your questions. How long does it take? What do I got to do? How much does it cost? What's my income? How much money do I have to make? Now, in March of 2025, the income requirements are going to change. It's going to probably go up 3 or 4%. Every March of every year, the federal government, through the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they publish the minimum income requirements for the federal government. In March of 2025, the numbers go up, probably 4%. Inflation's on the rise. It costs like $20 for a freaking hamburger at McDonald's. It's insane. But it don't bother me. I just quit going to McDonald's. I don't go there anymore. The price is crazy. Why would I want to pay $20 for a hamburger when I can make one at home for $1.50? Seriously. So the immigration process is long, slow, and tedious. It's stressful, expensive. But you got to just hang in there. Orlando, Lopez, hi Diego and Karina. How long should I wait before I contact the Colombian embassy, as the embassy has already sent them the package? Wait 10 days. Orlando, escúchame por favor. Espera 10 días. Okay, mensaje embajada Estados Unidos en Bogotá en 10 días. In 10 days, send a message to the embassy in Bogotá and say, hey, it's Orlando, I'm checking in. Hey guys, it's me. What's going on with my visa? The embassy will reply back to you and say, either give us another few weeks to get your package together, or they'll send you a packet 3, packet 4 email with the links on how to schedule the visa interview. It's one of two things. You're going to get, but give it 10 days. Give it 10 days. Send them an email. Give them 10 days. And then check in with them, and they will respond back to you within 2 or 3 days with your answer. The embassy in Bogotá, they're pretty good. Okay, they do a good job. Ajale, do you know if there is a way to get information on the prices they will charge for the medical? It depends on the doctor, the civil surgeon. Each civil surgeon, like the civil surgeon in Abu Dhabi, charges $1,200 to $2,000 for a green card medical exam. But Abu Dhabi is a city of millionaires, so we can do that. Bogotá, Colombia will cost you like $400. In the Manila, Philippines, I don't know, was it a couple of $100? It depends on the country. So is there a way to get the information on the price? Yeah, call the doctor, call his office. Say, hey, how much does it cost for a medical exam for a K1 visa interview? And then you know how much it is. Now in Bogotá, Colombia, you got to pay cash, efectivo. You got to pay cash for the medical exam in Bogotá, Colombia. Okay, it's like $400, whatever that is in Colombian pesos. I can't remember. But the only thing you can pay on your credit card in Colombia is the chest X-ray and vaccinations. If you need if you're missing a couple of vaccinations, you can get them done at the doctor's office in Bogotá, and they will bill your credit card. The chest X-ray, you can throw it on your credit card, but everything else you got to pay cash. So make sure you guys who are getting interviews at the embassy in Bogotá, Colombia, make sure your beneficiary has enough cash to cover the medical exam. So send her some money. Western Union, send her $600. Send her $1,000. Send her $1,000 or him. That'll cover everything. The vaccine, the vaccinations, the medical exam, the chest X-ray, everything. So my answer to Ajel is to give the doctor a call. Give his secretary a call and ask, how much does it cost? And Orlando, you're at the finish line now. You're close. 10, 11 days from now, send the embassy an email, check in with them, and they will respond back to you in 2 or 3 days. Okay? And Dina, let's give Joseph another salute. Okay? Joseph, he's 6 years old. Okay? And he's watching the channel from Iraq. 6 years old, living in Iraq. Joseph, soon you'll be in America. So enjoy Iraq. Go and hang out with mom, okay? Whoop slap. Thanks, bud. I know it's not over yet. Oh man, come on. Now you're planning your 10-year green card. I've been looking for work for her and getting married life started. It commence vida con boda. I have not forgotten my friends on this channel. I still watch all your videos. Well, whoop slap. Focus on your family, okay? Focus on your family. Get your wife accustomed to living in America. Show her where Walmart is. Show her where the pharmacy is, CVS. Where's Publix? Where's TJ Maxx? Karina's favorite store is TJ Maxx. Mine too. I look at the clothes in there are really nice, and they're not very expensive. Teach her how to drive, unless she already knows how to drive. Take her for a tour. Show her where everything is, and start planning for your 10-year green card. That's your mission right now, is your 10-year green card. The next 2 years are going to go by so quick. You're not going to be able to, you're going to wake up and go, man, I gotta file for my 10-year green card. Start planning today. Put a folder together, okay, and start saving your evidences, okay? Every time like today, the gas bill came in, all right? And Karina's name and my name are on the gas bill. It's an email. Diego, this is how much your gas bill is for cooking. I said, okay. So I printed the bill, and I put it in Karina's 10-year green card file. She hasn't even got her 2-year green card, and we already got a file for her 10-year green card. Start saving your evidence for your 10-year green card. Because of Jesus channel. Guys, you got to subscribe to the Because of Jesus channel. Good evening, Diego and Karina. How are you doing? Finally, tomorrow is my interview, the 19th of April. Well, that's great news. So we're going to give Because of Jesus channel a Mountain Dew salute, okay, for tomorrow. Man, I'm running out of Mountain Dew. Good job. We're proud of you. Now, today is an anniversary for Karina and I, because today was when we got our NOA 1 letter. 2 years ago today, 24 months ago today, April 18th, 2024, Karina got her NOA 1 letter. Oh, yeah, Diego, you didn't mess up the paperwork. You didn't mess it up. So today's an anniversary for us. But tomorrow, Because of Jesus channel, tomorrow, we know you got this. You're going to make it. You've got this. Dahiru Sul, hello, sir. Is 11 years difference a barrier according to the embassy for a fiance? No, not a problem. You've been dating each other for a long time, right? You got engaged. You had a little engagement ceremony, family and friends. You got evidence of your relationship. You made 2 or 3 trips to be with each other. You got a ton of evidence, pictures, photos, receipts. You went on all these dinner dates together to all these different restaurants. You kept the receipts for all the dinner dates for the different restaurants. Have you filed for your K1 visa yet? Question. Dahiro Sul, question. Hello. Have you filed for your K1 visa package yet? Have you sent it? Did you mail it to Louisville, Texas? Has it left your house? Okay. But you got to make sure you got a lot of evidence that you guys have a strong relationship. I don't care if you've known each other for 2 years, or if let's suppose there's a 2-year age gap between the sponsor and the beneficiary. The sponsor is 25, the beneficiary is 22. Okay? 2-year age gap. If you submit a real weak, piddly K1 visa application with hardly any evidence, there's going to be a good chance you won't get it. Let's suppose you got a 20-year age gap between the beneficiary and the sponsor. Either way, 20 years difference. If you got a strong relationship, if you've been dating each other, if you got a strong K1 visa package, you're going to get approved. Immigration don't care how old you are as long as you're not violating any IMBR laws. They just care that you guys are in a relationship, you love each other, and you want to be together. You have to prove it. Immigration don't have to prove anything. You, Mr. Sponsor, have to prove your relationship with evidence. That's how it works. The age difference, some immigration attorneys say, whoa, there's a big age gap. No, you got no chance. It's all baloney. Okay? You got to hire an immigration attorney because you got a 10-year age gap. You got to hire me to help you. No, you don't. You just got to submit a strong visa package. That's it. So, Dahiro, 11-year difference in age is no big deal. It's no problem. Because of Jesus channel. Thanks, Diego. No problem. Tomorrow, you've got this, okay? Tomorrow, you're going to have all this weight off your shoulders, okay? But don't stress it. The secret to the K1 visa and the green card is patience. Relax, relax, relax. If you qualify for the benefit, how do I mean qualify for the benefit? You met each other face to face within 2 years. You've been dating each other for at least a year. I would say you got a lot of evidence together. You got no criminal record that's going to block you from getting a visa from the sponsor's end. Your income is way above 125%. Your stability. You've lived in the same apartment or the same house for a good long time. Immigration. Look at when you fill out your package, your I-129F. You have to put in there where you live and how long you've been living there. Now, why does immigration care how long you've been living at a certain place? They want to see stability. When you bring somebody to this country, the United States of America, which is a constitutional republic, by the way, not a democracy. We're not a democracy. We are a republic. Okay? When you bring somebody to this country, they want to see that you're going to be, number one, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, you're going to be able to take care of this person, medical, financial, food, clothes, and that you're stable in where you live. You're not bouncing around apartments every 3 months. G34HMO. Man, I gotta love that channel. I love that handle for YouTube. G34HMO. Hi, Diego. Hola, Karina. USCIS received our I-485 February 8th. My wife did her biometrics March 15th. When do you think she will receive her green card based on the current green card trends? Thank you. G34HMO. Your wife will get her green card tentatively, I would say, middle of July. In the middle of July, somewhere in there. And see if I'm right. Middle of July, let us know. Because of Jesus Channel, yes, I have met with my fiance twice here in Istanbul, Turkey. Fantastic. Now, Istanbul, Turkey is a beautiful country. The food there is fantastic, and the people are fantastic. They're fantastic people. I almost had a chance to go to Turkey when I was in the Navy. Our ship was going to go to Turkey, but then we got diverted and we went to Alexandria, Egypt instead. So I got to hang out in Alexandria, Egypt with Egyptians, and they're beautiful people too. And I was in Alexandria, Egypt, walking along the pier, and I was eating the maize, the street food. I mean, I was eating this corn on the cob. I couldn't get enough of it. I'd eat one corn on the cob, and then I'd go, where's another street vendor? And I'd go buy another one. I must have eaten 5 or 6. And I was walking along the waterfront in Alexandria, Egypt, about 8 o'clock at night, and it was so hot. Man, I was hot. But it was a great experience. I wish I had gotten the chance to go to Turkey also, but I didn't get the chance, unfortunately. G34HMO, sarcastic. Thank you. Yeah, man, you're good. You are good. I would say by the middle of July, early August at the latest, you will have your green card in your hand. Well, your beneficiary will. But what you're going to do now, what you need to be doing now is saving all of your bills that show your family name together on the bills. When you file for the 10-year green card, immigration wants to see your relationship effective when you got to America. Karina got to the United States on January 3rd, 2024. We landed in Miami. We drove here to the Panhandle. First thing I did was get her Social Security card. Then we put her on all the bills. And then we got married. We got married January 14th, 2024. And so Karina's been here, since January 3rd. So over 3 months. And we've got 3 months worth of bills already with her name on it. She's got a bank account. She got a credit card. She's rocking and rolling. Okay? She knows how to drive a car pretty much. She's almost there. G34HMO. Our I-131s are getting approved. Yes, they are. Absolutely. No problems. Is that common? Is it common for green cards to get adjudicated in 4 months? That's what I'm seeing. 5 months probably the max. But if you go onto their website, it says 12 months, 13 months. It's not true. 4 to 5 months. The mountain nomads, and then some Arabic words I can't explain. I can't read that. You guys who can write Arabic, you guys are so intelligent. You're so smart. How did you learn that? Man, I have trouble with English, let alone writing Arabic. It's a hard language. Hey, Diego, hope all is well. I have a question, and I wonder, when is it going to be a perfect time for me as a beneficiary to apply for the green card once I enter the U.S.? How long must we wait to apply? Listen to my advice. What's your advice? Here's my advice. Karina and I waited 58 days, almost 60 days before we applied for her green card. In those 2 months that she was here, we got her name on the bills, the bank, everything I could find. BJ's Club, Sam's Club, and we got 2 months worth of bank statements, 2 months worth of bills. We had her name on the water bill, gas bill, electric bill, bill. Her name was on everything. So when we filed for the green card, after we waited 2 months, we did it within the 90 days. You got a 90-day window of time, okay? We did it within 90 days. But in those 90 days, we got Karina's name on all the bills, on the deed to the house, the car, the title. She's learned all this evidence. It was a stack of stuff like this. Then we submitted the green card application with the evidence that we live together. Well, we married. Don't forget the marriage certificate. Okay, don't forget the I-94. Don't forget your birth certificate. Don't forget the proofs of U.S. citizenship. Okay, so what's the wait time? Get it done within 60 days. Better if you don't want to get it done within 2 weeks, because that doesn't give you enough time to get your beneficiary on any bills. So how are you going to prove you guys live together? If you do it too quick, immigration it's like a red flag goes up. Give yourself 60 days to put together a strong green card package, then send it. So get married right away, get to America, get married right away, okay? Don't worry about that. And then wait for about 50 or 60 days, put your green card package together, then send it before the 90 days before the I-94 expires. Immigration, that's the process immigration's looking for. If you have to go past 90 days, if it takes you 4 months to file for the green card, okay, so it takes you 4 months. It's not going to be a problem as long as you got married within 90 days. You're still in status. But that's too long, okay, in my opinion. My opinion is get married and within 60 days, get your green card application sent off. G34HMO, are you and Karina going to visit Colombia? Well, that's in South Carolina. Colombia with a U. Columbia with a U is in South Carolina. I've been to South Carolina. Maybe I'll take Karina to South Carolina. But Colombia, South America, is Colombia with an O. Now Colombia, South Carolina is spelt with a U, and Colombia, South America is spelt with an O. Now there's lots of people on this channel from Colombia, okay, that get really ticked off when people spell the name of their country wrong. All right. Starbucks, they opened up a franchise. They opened up Colombia to franchises. So when I was in Bogota, we would go with Karina and I would hang out. No, you're good. I'm just messing with you, but I'm just trying to help you. We were in Colombia, in Bogota, and there's Starbucks. Everywhere there's a freaking Starbucks, okay? But when Starbucks applied for a franchise agreement with the Colombian government, they addressed their letter to the Colombian government with a U. They spelt the country of Colombia with a U, not with an O. The president of Colombia, or whoever his secretary of commerce was, wrote back to Starbucks and told them to pack sand. You can't come to Colombia. We don't want you here. You can't even spell our country right. You don't even know how to spell the name of our country. Why would we want you to do business here? So the president of Starbucks rewrote the letter with 1 billion apologies and spelled Colombia properly with an O, and he had to, basically beg for forgiveness, and then the Colombian government accepted his apology, and now Starbucks has got franchises all over Colombia. But they almost lost it. They almost didn't get it because they didn't spell the name of the country right. So there are T-shirts that in Colombia, when you're at El Dorado Airport in Bogota, you're going through the souvenir store, you're going to see T-shirts that says it's Colombia, not Colombia. Okay, there's bull caps that says it's spelled Colombia with an O. I should have bought some, but I didn't. All right, but G3HMO, you're good, man. You are perfectly good. But remember, people in Colombia take offense when people don't spell the name of their country properly. They even make T-shirts about it. Okay, is the I-131 the same as advance parole? Advance parole is a travel document. It costs $660, and that's what it is. Advance parole is a travel document, but you don't need to get a travel document. Why do you want a travel document? Why do you want to spend $630 on a travel document? When you come into America, you get married to an American. You're going to get a green card. You're going to live in America. You can travel on your green card. Why get an advance parole document? So people that apply for an advance parole document are telling immigration, well, I'm going to get into America, spend a couple of weeks here, wait for my advance parole document. Then I'm going back home to hang out with grandma and my family. Why do that? If you're going to move to America, move to America. Live here. Wait for your green card, travel on your green card. Why spend all that money on advance parole? Karina didn't want advance parole. She said, why would I want to leave here? I'm in America. I don't need advance parole. I'm trying to become American. She wants to be with me. She doesn't want to go back to Colombia. Well, we will in the future as a family, but in maybe 3 or 4 years, but not right now. Ren S is in the house. Diego, I sent my fiance 6.5 pounds of documents. Well, he's going to love you. Do you think during his interview that's too much? There is no such thing as too much evidence for immigration. There is such a thing as too little, but not too much. Okay? When I submitted Karina's K1 visa application, it was in 4 albums. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like this. It must have weighed, 12 pounds, 15 pounds. There's no such thing as too little evidence, too much evidence. Send everything you got. Ren S, let me see. When they interview him, they won't be happy about looking at so many documents. They won't look at everything. They don't have the time. But you need to send it. Ren S, I was able to find the paycheck stubs for my last 2 jobs. Good job. I had before your current job, but I didn't include in the mail to my fiance, so he's printing from his end. Just scan them and email it to him, and he can print it as a PDF. You understand, right? But I didn't include it in the mail. Don't worry about it. You can email it to him. So he's printing from his end, okay, all the W-2s, etc. There you go. Ren S, I applied for the K1. I sent everything. Believe me. Yeah, I did too. Karina, I went to UPS down the street because it's closest. If FedEx was closer, I would have went to FedEx, but it was closer to go to UPS. And DHL, I didn't even know where it was. So I went to UPS, and I was like walking from my car like this. I made 2 trips. And the lady was like, hey, I got to get a picture. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm applying for my Prometita's green card, K1 visa, her visa to come to America so we can get married. She goes, really? What's a K1 visa? She didn't know what it was. So I explained it to her. This is what a K1 visa is. She goes, wow, that's crazy. They're just walking in across the Mexican border. I said, yeah, but Karina's doing it the right way. We follow the rules. We follow congressional law. We're law-abiding Americans. And Karina's a law-abiding Venezuelan. And she said, well, explain the process. So I spent 30 minutes explaining the K1 visa process to the lady at the UPS store. And I got a picture with her. And that was 4 days ago in the past, this month, 2 years ago. When Karina arrived in the United States of America and she got rested up from all that flying and traveling, I took her to the UPS store down the road and introduced her to the lady that 2 years ago had shipped out her K-1 visa package to Louisville, Texas. She got to meet her. She wanted to meet her. I promised her 2 years ago. I said, look, UPS lady, I'll bring Karina here so you can meet her and shake her hand when she gets here, she did. Remember? Mm-hmm. Karina went and she shook hands with the lady and you know, she explained the green card process. She goes, man, you got to do this, more paperwork? I said, yeah, it ain't over. Not until she's a U.S. citizen. G34HMO, last question. Tengo una pregunta final. There's no such thing as a last question. We just had our first kid here in America. Well, that gets a Mountain Dew salute. Well, I got a little bit left for your child. Now I'm out of Mountain Dew. What's up with that, guys? Let's see here. So you got a child, and we would like you to visit my wife's home country so they can meet the baby. Is it possible to get an I-131 approved prior to the green card? Wait for the green card. Don't travel on advance parole. They're just going to have to wait. Okay? Family members are going to have to understand that when somebody from Colombia or Venezuela or Uruguay or South Africa or Nigeria or India or Pakistan or the Philippines, when you leave your country, you are relocating to the United States of America to live permanently forever and eternity. It's not, the green card isn't a visa to bounce back and forth between your home country. It's a residency card. A lot of people make mistakes. They get advanced parole documents. They get an advanced parole document. They go back home and they stay 3 months hanging out with family. And then they get on a plane to come back to the United States. And the Border Patrol officer says, okay, this is your advanced parole document. Very good. But why were you gone for 2 months, 3 months? I thought America was your home. And the lady said, well, I just want to go spend time with grandma. The Border Patrol officer said, well, you go back to your country and you spend time with grandma because I am blocking you from entering the United States because I don't think your green card is real. You haven't even got your green card yet, and you've already left America. And you've been gone for 3 months or 2 months. So he denied her entry into the United States. And he canceled her green card before she even got it. That happens on advanced parole documents all the time. So my advice to you guys, take it however you want. Listen to me. Wait for your green card. Don't leave America. Get to America. Get your green card. Hang out here maybe 2 years. Then go back for vacation and go see grandma for 2 weeks. And then come back. Advanced parole documents are for people that want to go back home because they miss grandma and they haven't got their green card yet, or now if there's a medical emergency, that's different. If your grandma gets sick and she's very sick, then you apply for advanced parole. K Messenger, holy macaroni, dude. Look at that. Man, that's super chat. You guys rocking. Have a great dinner on us. Thank you very much. K Messenger. K Messenger, we appreciate you, man. That's a heck of a super chat right there. And hola, Karina and Diego. Ya estamos en Texas. So you're in Texas. Gracias por todo su apoyo. Siempre, gracias.
Mucho gusto.
Karina,
sí, feliz por ustedes también. El perro, el gato, lo trajeron.
That's a heck of a super chat right there.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me see here. So G34HMO. Is it possible to get an I-131 approved before you get the green card? Yes, you can. No problem. But immigration, look at it. Why? Why do you want to leave America before you even got your green card? You know, they look at it very carefully. It's a red flag, but you won't hear that anywhere else but here on this channel. Here's my advice. Don't waste your time or your money on advanced parole. Come to America, get married, get your green card, become Americanized, learn your town where you live, and then go home on vacation with your sponsor. Okay? Ren S. Everything was original except divorce decree. Ren S. You're right. When you submit a divorce decree with the green card application, with the K1, it has to be a certified original copy. What does it mean, certified original copy? That means you go to the courthouse in person, you slap your $10 down or your $20 down on the table, and the lady prints your divorce decree, and then she stamps it or he stamps it and signs it as an original certified copy. That's what you include in your K1 visa package. That's what you include in your green card application. Now, probably in the next couple of months, I'm going to go down to the government office in downtown here with Karina, and I'm going to get 3 certified copies, new date stamps of our marriage certificate and my divorce decree. I'm going to get 3 of each, brand new stamps, new dates, everything. And I'm going to hold them at the house because I'm going to need them again for when I lift the conditions off of Karina's 2-year green card. Then I'm going to need them again for when Karina applies for U.S. citizenship. Okay? When she applies to become an American, I'm going to have to repeat all this over again. So I'm going to go downtown, probably in August, September, and get them redone. 3 copies of each. I recommend you guys do the same thing because you're going to need your certified divorce decrees for the lifting the conditions off the 2-year green card for the 10-year. You're going to need certified the divorce decrees and marriage certificates when you apply for U.S. citizenship. And then when you become an American citizen, you're done. Then you apply for your passport. Then you go visit grandma. That's how it works. When Karina becomes a U.S. citizen, you know, we're going to get her a passport. It's got United States of America stamped all over it. And then we're going to go on vacation. We're going to go to England. I want to go to Iraq. I want to go and check out some of the historic sites in Baghdad. We're going to, if I can, I don't even know if the U.S. government will let me travel there. They might not even let me. And then we want to go to Colombia to see her family because all of Karina's family lives in Colombia, Uruguay, Brazil, all over the place. Now, K Messenger, that's one heck of a super chat. That is the biggest one we've ever got on this channel, okay? And you're going to go to the top of the super chat list just by virtue of that. Let me see. Renes, G34HMO, I love your stories. Diego, you're a great guy, and Karina is amazing. She's an amazing person. Look how relaxed she is. I mean, you know, she was in this small apartment in Bogota when we were dating. We were dating each other, and I said, "Hey, I want to come visit you in Bogota." This was years ago, and she said, "Well, I don't have any space in my apartment. It's no space for you. It's like a small apartment. I don't need a big place because I'm single." I said, "Okay, how big's your apartment?" And she told me. I said, "Okay, we need a bigger place." So I said, "Go find an apartment that's big, space for me. Go buy a bed, go buy this, go get this, go buy a clock for the wall, a clock for the wall, because I got to know what time it is. I don't know why, but..." So Karina went down the street. She's looking around, and she found this penthouse apartment. She calls me up. She goes, "I found this penthouse apartment. There's lots of room." I said, "Is there room to swing a cat?" I didn't know we were going to get a cat, but she said, "Yeah, there's plenty of room." I said, "Okay, tell the person who spoke to you that I want to rent it." Okay, so Karina said, "Well, Diego wants to rent the apartment. This Senor Fernando." He said, "Is he Colombian? Is he Venezuelan?" She said, "No, he's American." He said, "Okay, you got a deal." Americans, you know, I got that apartment in 10 minutes. Well, Karina did. but he wanted security. He wanted to know what was the security of the apartment. And I said, and Karina said, well, my fiance is American. He told everybody else this is Karina's apartment, right? So then Karina, I watched her, bless her heart. She got her brothers, and she's hauling this mattress down the street. She bought this new bed. She bought all this new furniture because I couldn't fit in this tiny apartment. There's no room, and I wanted a flat screen TV. So she bought I bought the flat screen TV from Senor Fernando. I paid him cash. I said, hey, I need that TV. He goes, okay, here you go. They love Americans, guys, because we ain't going to be going cheap. So Karina got into a big apartment, and boom. I lived there for 2.5 years, and we never missed the rent. And Senor Fernando knew that he was always going to get paid. He knew he was always going to get his rent on time or early, temprano. And then when we left and we started giving away all Karina's stuff, Mr. Fernando was sad. He gave me a bull cap. That's on that. It's sitting on that right there. You see that bull cap right there? Mm-hmm. He gave that to me as a gift. He said, Diego, I'm going to miss you and Karina. You've been there 2.5 years. He said, now I got to find somebody else to rent the apartment to. I said, Senor Fernando, life goes on. Karina's here in Florida. Let's see. Renes, I felt like a private detective. The way I had to use my brain just to obtain very evidence. Renes, you did great, Lieutenant Colombo. The wedding plans make you think triple. That's right. John Paul Alviola. Good day, Diego and Karina. This is John, the husband of Christina from California. California. That's where they tax you when you step on the cracks in the sidewalk, right? And they tax the air you breathe. I'm kidding. My green card was produced today. Fantastic. It took us about 3.5 months after we filed for the adjustment of status. Thanks. John Paul Alviola, congratulations. Congratulations. Now, if you live in California, if you look north, there's a big state just in front of you called Nevada. In Nevada, there's no state income tax. The sales tax is a little high, but not too bad. Gasoline is a little high, but not too bad. But if you move to Nevada, you get a heck of a pay raise. Just my opinion. Congratulations, John Paul, on your green card application approval. Renes, to me, original receipts look better than copies. You're right. Such as Western Union and gifts purchased for your person. That's correct. K Messenger, again, thank you for that super chat. And that's amazing, okay? I mean, we're very honored. We're honored to receive such a gift, okay? And so we appreciate you. And K Messenger says, hola, Karina, Diego. Ya estamos in Texas. So you're in Texas. Now, Texas is the second biggest state in the union. Alaska is the biggest state. Texas is second. But they don't have a state income tax in Texas, so it's a tax-friendly place. But the property taxes are like 1.something%. It's a little high in the property taxes. But Texas is a beautiful place. Renes, even original wedding invitations look better in spite of who knows when you'll get married. That's correct. But wedding invitations are proof of a wedding. They're wedding plans. Especially keep the receipt, okay? Renes, my fiance has a 4-year-old daughter who isn't coming with him on the K1. We didn't apply for her. Why? But he wants to go back to Ghana and bring her here. But how can he when he won't have a green card? He can't do that. Listen. Congressional law requires that all children are included on the K1 visa application. The I-129F requires the children of the parent, of the beneficiary, are included as a K2. Whether they're coming to the United States or not is irrelevant. What's relevant is the Congress says, we want to know where your kids are. So you're telling me he has a 4-year-old daughter who isn't coming with him on the K1. Is the 4-year-old going to stay with mom? Where's the 4-year-old going to be living? We didn't apply for her, but he wants to go back to Ghana and bring her here. Can't do that. Doesn't work that way. But how can he? He can't. You can't. Here's how your beneficiary brings his 4-year-old daughter to the United States. Include her on the I-129F. Pay the visa fee for the child. Complete the DS-160 for the child. Get a medical exam for the child. Get a passport for the child. Get the original birth certificate of the child. Okay, and bring the child. And when you fill out the DS-160 for your husband, you have to say, is anybody accompanying you to America? And you say yes, his 4-year-old daughter. That way, the 4-year-old gets a K2 visa, but she lives with the mother. Okay, well, that's fine. If the 4-year-old isn't going to come to the United States because she lives with mom, that's no problem. But your future husband cannot just get on a plane and bring her to the United States. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not until the kid's 18. It is what it is. Ren S, I went and paid $18 for my certified decree. It was $18 for the certified divorce decree. I think it cost me $20. Yeah, I got one certified copy of the decree due to funds, but I knew 3 copies will probably be needed later. That's correct. The mountain nomads, should every document get the stamps at the courthouse? Yes, for petitioner, yes. Or just a divorce decree? Just a divorce decree. That's all you need from the courthouse, unless you got a criminal record to look into. You know, if you got a criminal record, that's no big deal. If it's not a felony against women or children, if it's just something stupid, you got to get the court documents certified also. But primarily, it's just the divorce decrees and the marriage certificate once you get married. The mountain nomad, as we apply for the K1, or that should be asked later for the green card. No, when you apply for the K1 visa, you must include a certified copy of the divorce decree in the K1 visa application. If you've been married once, you include 1. If you've been married twice, you include 2. If you've been married 3 times, you include 3. Now, don't do like this other person did. He was divorced 3 times, which is all right, no big deal. But he only included 1 divorce decree in his K1 visa application. He got an RFE. Where's the other 2? If you're married to somebody and that person dies and goes to heaven, you get a certified copy of the death certificate. It goes in the K1 visa package. It goes in the green card package. If you're in the Philippines and you get a wedding annulment, because you can't get divorced in the Philippines unless you're your second cousin to the Pope. You can't get a divorce in the Philippines. You get an annulment. That must be included in the green card application, in the K1 visa application. You got to prove you guys are legally free and able to marry each other. That's how you do it. No, mountain nomads. You got to get it. You got to put it in the K1 visa package. Divorce decrees, certified copies. Ren S. I was going to have a court marriage. Then after a wedding lunch reception at an African restaurant, and then a night dinner reception for my family, and at an Indian restaurant because you're part Indian. Well, you're part Indian. Now I'm part hungry because you just said you're going to go to an African restaurant, an Indian restaurant. Now I figured out what I'll make for dinner tonight. I'm going to make a Thai curry. That's what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. Ren S gave me the idea. I want to make a Thai red Thai curry tonight for dinner. Ren S, my fiance, so I wanted my wedding plans to show both cultures. Ren S, you're thinking like an Einstein. Good job. It gave me more wedding proof. I didn't add his daughter. All I did was add her name on the I-129F and the I-134. There you go. She's not coming to America. Her dad's coming to America. She's going to live with mom. Not a problem. It's not a problem. But you must tell immigration what's going on with the child. You got to tell immigration. The child will stay back with the mom, but my fiance wants to bring her here later once he puts a green card. Can we bring her? With a tourist visa, once she's about, I would say, at least 15 or to 18 years of age, with a tourist visa, and it's tough to get a tourist visa for a child traveling alone. So I don't know how it's going to work out. It's not probably going to happen. Not till she's 18. My fiance is Ghanaian and I'm part Indian, so I decided on holding a lunch and dinner wedding reception that has both cultures, high IQ. I wanted my fiance to have the kind of food he likes. Karina likes arepas, Venezuelan food, Colombian food. I like it too. I like American food. I like English food. I like Thai food. I like Indian curries. I like Filipino food. I've got lumpias in the fridge, in the freezer. I bought a big box of lumpia. Is it lumpia? Mm-hmm. Karina's never had Filipino food. She's going to like that. I wanted my fiance to have the kind of food he likes, as our wedding day is about us two cultures coming together as one. That's right. Karina's Latina. I'm American Christian. We joined together, combined our cultures, and life is good. We don't want his daughter at 18. We want her here in Texas by the time she's 5 or 6 years old. It's not going to happen. You need to tell him. It ain't going to happen. You got to tell him. How is a 6-year-old going to get a tourist visa? By herself. Mom's not coming to America, right? Just the daughter. The daughter's going to need a B2, B1. It's not going to happen. Immigration is not going to issue a tourist visa to a 5 or 6-year-old. It's not going to happen. Please tell him it ain't going to happen. Just my opinion. It's not legal advice. I just know it. I just know it. Guys, the way to bring that child to America is as a K2. And then mom will write a letter to a judge, get a judge to sign off on a letter. What if I apply for his kid? You got it. That's the only way you can do it. The only way to bring that 6-year-old to the United States of America is to fill out an I-134 for the child. The child has to have her own I-134. Number of dependents, 0. The child is 6 years old. The child is going to need a DS-160. DS-160. The child is going to need a visa fee paid, $265. The child's going to need a passport, a birth certificate, a medical exam. All that's got to be done for the child. Okay? You got to redo the DS-160 for the husband to be the beneficiary, because you're going to say a child will be accompanying him to the United States. The mom has got to give permission for the child to leave the country through through a judge or through an attorney. Can we do a K2 after he's here and we marry? Nope. It's done. It's done. You got one chance for a K2, and that's to piggyback off of a K1. If you want to bring the 6-year-old to the United States in the future, it's going to have to be on a family I-130 visa petition, a family petition. A family member petition could take 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. 2 years, 1 year for mom and dad. If you want to bring your mom over, I would say a year, year and a half. Let's go with a year and a half. But that's not the way to do it. To bring a child to America, you do it on a K2. That's the way you do it. You need to talk to him, and he needs to talk to his ex-wife or whoever she is, and ask her permission for the child to leave America, for Ghana, wherever the child. You're in Ghana, right? You got to get permission for the child to leave from the mom through the courts. That's going to be a document that you present at the immigration. Well, I have to be the filer for the child's I-130. Both of you are, but it's going to be dad. I have plenty. The K2 isn't an option. Then the child will be in Ghana till she's 18. There's no vacations out of Ghana for 6-year-olds. The only other option is to file for a family member I-130 petition that could take a year and a half. Why not just do the K2? That's why I didn't add it to the K1. Well, she has to be on the K1 Immigration have to know that he has a 4-year-old kid. They got to know, even if she's not coming to America. Immigration has to know. You know, why does immigration have to know? Let me ask you guys a question. Why does immigration have to know that you have any K2s, even if they're not coming? Let's suppose you got a 5-year-old kid, but the 5-year-old's not coming to America. The 5-year-old's going to live with mom. Why does immigration need to know that? They want to make sure that child isn't being abandoned in that country. Okay? That's the reason. You added her name to the K1 paperwork. So there you go. Because if you didn't, that would be a huge problem at the immigration interview at the embassy in Ghana, in Accra. The immigration officer in Ghana, Accra, would deny the visa right away if you didn't include the child on the K1 paperwork. And your beneficiary needs to explain to the immigration officer why is the child not coming to America? Why not? We don't want to hear till next 1.5 years. Well, that's not going to happen. If you don't want to hear now, for whatever reason, then you're going to have to wait till she's 18 so she can get a tourist visa. You know, she could try and get a tourist visa at 15 or 14, but it's I don't see it. Not from Ghana. It ain't going to get approved. It's bad. It's tough enough trying to get a K1 visa approved, let alone a tourist visa for a 8-year-old. I added her name and date of birth and how much my fiance pays for her bills. Okay, that's no problem. It's all good. But what you should have done, is applied for her as a K2. Brought her over here now, this week, on this K1. If you wait any longer, you're going to have to file a family petition, and that takes a much longer time frame and more money. The K2 is free, except for the visa fee, and then you got to pay for the green card. Ghana embassy is a royal pain. Well, yeah, they are. Trying to get a tourist visa for a 6, 7, or 8-year-old from Ghana is going to be a non-starter. So don't waste your time. Okay, guys, I've been talking almost over an hour and a half. Did I miss anybody's question? Chris and Emil, I have extra plenty of time till April 10th, 2025. No problem. That's another year. I will be bringing my fiance in like September or October, but the case is ready for the interview once I get my life situated. At the moment, you're good, Chris and Emil. Good job. Good job. K Messenger, thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate everybody, and we'll be back on Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Saturday, which is the weekend, fin de semana. See you guys then, and hang in there, guys. Be patient during the process. We're here for you. Which one flying times is cheaper? What do you mean flying times is cheaper? Early in the morning is the cheapest way, is when the cheapest flights are usually early in the morning. Prices, early in the morning is the best time to leave to fly on an airplane internationally. That's when you get the cheapest rates. And what month? It doesn't really matter what month, except December and January are Christmas and New Year's. Christmas in January, December and January is very expensive, especially flying from Colombia to the United States. You know, if I was able to get Karina out of Colombia in November of 2023, our plane tickets would have been $850. It was $900. But because we had to get this Interpol police certificate, we couldn't leave Colombia till January 3rd, 2024. So the plane tickets was $2,000. It's like double the price. But it's no big deal. It's an investment in my beautiful wife. The money's not important, but that's the price we paid for December and January. See you guys on Saturday.